And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Fox. Nice defense from Dort.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And here's the fast break. Holmgren leading the way. It's good.
And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. Told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Outside for Wembanyama. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect.
Thunder off to a quick start here. It's a three-point game. Joe Good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Wembanyama for three. And he's good on the three ball. Wembanyama's got 5.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Inside, here's Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Joe. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 2. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Nobody near Barnes. And a miss there on the triple. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. To the inside. Here's Williams. Pass to Joe. Outside, Dort. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. 5 on the clock. Trains the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The Thunder leading by 5. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Second team foul. Substitution on court.
From deep, Johnson. San Antonio again missing. And here are the Thunder now. In the corner, Wallace with it. A 3-ball. The rebound by Champagne.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's Branham. Doesn't get it to drop for him. 1:52 left in the first quarter. Out to Wallace. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
To the paint, and stolen by Caruso. Here's Mitchell, and the layup's good off the glass.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they've built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Here's Wiggins. Count that one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
Here's Caruso. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Williams with the block. From the wing. That one off the back iron and out. Spurs trail by 14. The Spurs shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Good on both. 27 seconds left to play here in the first. A three-pointer. Wiggins. A rebound by the Spurs. Here's Champagnie. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Wallace. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Thunder have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
At the line for the Thunder.
That free throw, no good.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. No good at the stripe this time. Second, this is also.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They've led by as many as 14 points. Driving inside. Outside, Dort. Pass to Joe. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manu Cole and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Spurs trail by 7. Pass to Vassell. Here's Wembanyama. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Holmgren.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Wembanyama using those long strides in transition.
Boy, Wembanyama has every shot in the bag. How about the touch there?
Williams looking around. Here's Holmgren. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And Wembanyama outside. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Thunder leading by 3. Here's Williams. And that time, also a missed shot. And Wembanyama outside. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws. Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look. He is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all 3 levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a 3-point shot.
Pass to Holmgren. Off target from 3-point range. So it's the Spurs now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Joe with it. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Back to Paul. To the wing on the left. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And now it's a 3-point Spurs lead. And here are the Thunder now. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. To end the drought. It's rebounded by Paul. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
Free throw no good for Paul.
Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Johnson. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And he gets the bucket. Branham's got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Down low. Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Taking the gloves off. You like how Johnson attacks the rim once he's there.
Back to Mitchell. Outside Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for San Antonio.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Here's Paul. Pass to Mahmoud Kalashvili. Paul outside. That one goes. Count it. Paul's got 4 points this quarter.
A master at finding angles to finish. Chris Paul uses quickness to his advantage.
Back to Caruso. Over in the corner, Williams. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Caruso grabs the miss. Under trailing by 6. To the inside. Wiggins nails the baby hook. Wiggins has got his first points of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Paul goes in. Count that one. Paul's got 6.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
They set the pick. He got it up. And that concludes the first half. It's the Spurs up by 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. 6-point game.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. At the elbow, it's Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Mitchell. And it's blocked. All up top. That one drops for him. Paul's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Spurs. Now here's Caruso. Pass to Wiggins. Over Paul. Here's Caruso. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
Paul outside. Here's Branham. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Rebound by Williams. Under trailing by 6. Caruso, no good. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Pass to Champagnie. Over Wallace. A shot by Champagnie, no good. And so here is Oklahoma City. Williams up on top. Now here's Mitchell. Screen by Wiggins. To the paint. And he makes good on the layup. Wiggins has got 7 points.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's the floater. And it's sent back by Mitchell. Here's Caruso. And they recover it. Pass to Wallace. Jacks up a 3. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 4. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 10. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
And it's Wiggins missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Spurs working the ball around now. Brenham can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 6. Here's Wallace. And Paul pulls it down. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Barnes outside. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Barnes has got the lead up to 9 now for the Spurs. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
It's Wembanyama, top of the key. And it's Vassell in the corner. Pass to Castle. Clock at 4. The wide open look here for Fox. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Williams. Wembanyama with the rebound. Spurs leading by 6. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his first basket. Barnes the screen. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Wembanyama, what a high release on the 3.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
Back to Holmgren. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Fox. 1:06 left in the third quarter. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Dagnall said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 5 now.
He led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Joe can't get it to go. And here is Fox. Puts up a deep 3. That shot is off. He doesn't hit that one. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Spurs lead by 1. And well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Mark Dagnall calls timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Dagnall talking to his team during the break. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Wallace with the ball. Chris Paul covering. And it's Mitchell missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
For Mitchell. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Back to Caruso. Here's Branham over Mitchell. Kept alive. Ball outside. Pass to Champagny. Another shot. And it's laid in by Paul. And the Spurs lead by 3. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for San Antonio?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Wallace misses. San Antonio leading by 3. Here's Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Well, and a terrific pass. Takes so much pride in his ability to make his teammates better.
Out to Wallace. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Here's Caruso. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
And the first one drops. So both teams changing it up here.
Caruso, 2 shots.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
A pass to Fox. Back to Wembanyama. Thunder with the rebound. Outside Williams. Holmgren the screen. And then Williams slams it in.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Pass to Castle. Oh, good on the triple. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. So far in the fourth quarter, they belong to 6 points. Holmgren with it. And stolen by Vassell. Here's Fox. Yes! And the foul. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific at scoring, even when he gets bodied up.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Pull up Shea. It's Vassell on the wing. And he's on the money with his first shot today. Vassell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. San Antonio leading by 6. For 3, Caruso grabs the miss. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. Yep, that one goes in there. And that's 12 points for Chet Holmgren.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket. All the officials are all over that one.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the free line, this lead will be safe. And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Yeah, and that's even harder than it looks to overcome that height differential right at the rim.
And that one misses.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player. I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Pass to Holmgren. Good on the first, and that turns the lead to 6. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that missed free throw when it's all said and done.
And Wembanyama gets it to go.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Makes it off the glass. And now it's a 10-point Spurs lead.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. And so it's San Antonio with the win. A confident win and one where the